This is our example of the Taylor rule. So first off, over in the top right hand corner you have the actual Taylor formula, and the next thing that we got was our set of data. So our data started in the 1st of January 1979 and it continued to the 1st of January 2007. The Taylor rule was a simple formula devised by John Taylor to help guide policymakers in terms of the interest rate. And how we actually calculated this graph here was our data list, which is our actual Fed funds rate, our inflation rate, and our real GDP rate. So using these three, we used a Lin-est formula, an array formula, to calculate this box. And if I click in, you can see that the Lin-est formula is just your actual Fed funds rate, your inflation and real GDP columns taken together, and we use true in order to make it work. And when you do that, it gives you your B2 cell. Now because this is an array, it will always give you a further few cells, so you drag this out into your corner, and in Windows you click up on your search bar and you hit Control Shift Enter. So once you have your array in your list of data, next you have to calculate your Taylor. So the way we calculated the Taylor formula was we set our C cell here plus our B1 cell here, and we multiplied it by our inflation rate. After that we added the B2 cell and multiplied that by our real GDP rate. So with our Taylor rate calculated, it was a simple matter of just graphing it. So this blue line here is our Taylor line, and our red line is our actual Fed funds rate. So as you can see from the graph, our data will start in 1979. That was around the time of Paul Walkman, who was in charge. So as you can see, the Fed funds rate does deviate over the course of our data. Particularly towards the end here, coming up to the 2007 crisis, the Taylor rule would have predicted that the rate should have been a lot higher, but as credit became more available, the tendency was to reduce the interest rate. Now the funny thing was, if our data had continued past this mark, 2007 to present, which is 2014, you'd actually notice that this data would have fallen all the way down and is currently now at a lower bound. Now what the lower bound means is that policymakers are in a bit of a bind and that they can't actually lower the interest rate like they used to in the past. So that is our calculation for the Taylor rule.